What is up guys, it's Cal, and in this video we'll be taking a look at two of the bosses in the Sanctum of Domination raid, the Tarragrue and the Guardian of the First Ones. So let's get started. Now these bosses are on heroic difficulty because that was the only difficulty we were able to test, and I will admit we didn't kill them, or even get close for that matter, which is pretty standard for all PTR raids. They way overtune it so no one is ever able to kill the boss, even though I know some people like Limit, for example, did kill the Tarragrue at least. But anyways, the first boss in the raid is, as I just said, the Tarragrue. This dude is probably familiar to you if you failed at doing Torghast, because if you run out of lives in Torghast, this dude will spawn and chase after you. So now we get to kill him. Also, if you look to the right of the screen, we get anima powers. There is trash around the beginning part of the raid, which will give you your anima powers. But apparently, when the Tarragrue reaches like 10 or 15% health, he enrages and takes our anima powers away. So it's a little unclear if we get to still use the anima powers through the raid. Now this dude will put purple circles around everyone. We seem to just spread for this because if anyone is in your purple circle, they will get feared. Also, two random people will get bonded together. It seems like a typical tether mechanic. Just get away from the person. These purple circles are also magic debuffs, so healers can dispel them. A random person will get a blue arrow over their head, and they seem to take a lot of damage that is not split. At least I don't think it is. So they'll just move out of the group. Now, the Tarragrue will turn the entire field black, and there's one area of light that your group needs to get to before it's too late and you die. Now, the timing on this doesn't seem to be good. Like, you literally get 2 or 3 seconds, which isn't enough time if you're on the opposite side of the boss, as the light. Now, every so often, there will be this circle for the raid member to stand in. It can be one of 3 things. Fire is like constant raid damage. There's one that like increases the damage you take. Then there's a third one, which is something else. One person needs to stand in this and they'll only get hit by it, but it stacks up, so essentially your group needs to take turns doing the hokey pokey in and out of it. This appears to be a heroic only mechanic as of right now, and that's really as far as we've gotten, but this does seem like a tank and spank boss for the most part. It is the first boss after all. The next boss that was tested was the Guardian of the First Ones. This is listed as the 7th boss in the raid. Now we barely got to test this one because of how overtuned it is, but I'll show you what we have anyways. So towards the start of the fight, you'll see this shining beam of light that moves slowly around the field. Don't stand in this obviously, there's this other straight line to not stand in. It's sort of like the Zymox fight, but this beam is much larger. The boss will then cast Form Sentry, which will start doing tons of AoE damage to the raid. But there are these 3 sigils that your group have to stand by. Your group starts off standing by 1. This reduces the AoE damage going out, but at the moment you have to pop every healing cooldown plus some. It does a massive amount of damage. He'll also put a few big circles around players. These players just need to get out of the group because of the damage that happens from it, but that damage was also currently overtuned. There's multiple beams of light that come down from the sky at a certain point in the fight, and by the looks of it, it's sort of a repeat. Your group just needs to stand by the next sigil and repeat, but yeah, we didn't get that far due to how overtuned it is. So there we have it, just 2 out of the 10 bosses in the Sanctum of Domination, which is coming in patch 9.1. As of right now, we don't know when the patch is coming out, probably June something, but we will be waiting because there's not a whole lot going on right now in WoW. But that's the entire video guys. If you enjoyed it, then feel free to leave a like on it. You can sub to the channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.